down here, PowWows.com. What makes it really enjoyable is to know that a lot of our GIs over in Iraq and Afghanistan, our native brothers and sisters, have tuned in and they've heard these songs. They've seen some of the dancers that are some of their families. This is a great thing to have technology like this come to the world of the Indians. Right on.
Yeah, it's been really cool to hear all the people out there online. Where else can we see you this summer?
I'm going to be up in Mayetta, Kansas next weekend for the Potawatomi tribe powwow, and flying out to Seattle, Washington to the Muckleshoot powwow. They got a big veterans powwow out there, and this will be my first time coming over here to the Winnebago powwow. It's their 140th annual powwow, Winnebago. Looking forward to that, and be out back to Skamitsyn, and I'm also making a trip out to Fort Hall, Idaho. So I'm looking forward to some of the powwows where I haven't been before. It's going to be a good deal.
Wow, it's a busy summer. Enough to keep you on the road a lot. Well, during these last 17 years, you've seen a lot of stuff going around and all these traditions change. Any memorable things you've seen at powwows or how things have changed?
I've seen some changes, but I'd have to say on a personal note, the most memorable experiences is the love and kindness and affection from tribe to tribe with our songs and our music and dance. For people that need special help, support, doctoring, healing, the spirit of the powwow takes its own course. That's been my personal experience as announcer. We announce things and do things so forth, but there's something that happens down there in that arena with these songs where the spirit of the powwow just overcomes everybody. The rhythm, the atmosphere, and all those things. And it comes every once in a while, and you can just feel it through the people and through the singing and the dancing. And those are things that I look forward to at every celebration I go to. It takes its own course, which either tells me we're doing things in the right way, or that those particular people or tribes or the committee that works hard. When everything comes together, you feel it through the song and dance.
Yeah, it really is amazing when you feel that, like earlier today when everybody gave that yell out for those guys sitting in Baghdad. You could really feel the family spirit here and feel something bigger here than just us. Well, I appreciate you coming on and talking with everybody, and we'll look forward. I'm sure we'll see you down the road sometime soon.
Well, thank you, Paul, and happy 10-year anniversary for your organization. I know a lot of people log in and read a lot of all the information you got, the resources and so forth, so I'm glad you can bring in the part of the technology to the Indian world and community. Thank you for being here.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. Vince Beyl, one of the most recognizable voices in powwow country.
Yeah, good time. Good time. Okay. Is that Vince?
Yeah.
Okay, he's not who I thought he was. Good. This is Paul with PowWows.com.
How you doing? Hi, Paul. Nice to meet you.
This is Eagle. This is Arvel.
Nice to meet you.
Paul,
nice to meet y'all. Yeah, we've been at some of the same powwows before. We've never gotten to meet, so it's good to get to meet you.
You too.
All right, will y'all mind just answering a few questions and saying hello to everybody?
You want us to do it at the same time or one at a time?
At the same time, it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me just make sure I got a good camera angle. All right, with me now is Arvel Bird and Eagle. You probably heard their songs and their music. They're a recognizable sound across Indian country. You've seen them perform at Gathering of Nations and other dances, and we're very fortunate to have them here with us at the 20th anniversary of Red Earth. You guys can tell me a little bit about how you guys started, where you got the inspiration for your music, and how you kind of mixed, or how you got the idea to mix the violin with the Indian music.
Well, I got it started. I've been playing music a long time and a lot of styles of music, but I became inspired by the beauty and the mystery of the animal kingdom and how important they are to our survival here on this planet. And I began to develop music around that portrayed their power and their spirit totem messages. And so that's kind of how I got it. And I was going that direction because I was getting more and more in touch with my Southern Paiute heritage, which I knew I had, but my mother had never honored her heritage because she would grow up in a time of prejudice and struggle with that. So I wasn't introduced to it until, I mean, I knew that I was, but I didn't know much about it until this process began. And so my music now becomes part of a contemporary instrumental Native American sound that honors the animals and the birds and their spirit totems. So that's how I've come to be where I am today. And Eagle has just recently joined me, and we are now forming a group we call One Nation, that we're going to marry the fiddle and the drum and the rhythms that we can come up with around these two instruments, as well as the native flute, that just come from our spirit. Eagle can speak for himself on that.
Yes, as far as the drum, you know, the drum's the heartbeat of our people. So the group and the CD we got coming up that we're in process of recording is going to reflect that fact that the drum grandmother can be introduced in all kinds of formats of music, whether it be reggae, rock, pop, jazz. So we're going to reflect that on our next CD. And I'm just honored to be able to join Arvel and the other musicians, Chris and Velasquez. So I'm honored to be here.
So you have a new CD coming out. When can we expect that?
Well, we are working on it in the process now, and we're expecting to have it released by Labor Day. So it should be out by the Pow Wow Cruise.
Oh, great. Yeah, the Arvel will be on the Pow Wow Cruise with us coming up in September. So we're looking forward to that, too. Where else can we see you this summer or this fall?
Well, let's see. We're flying down to the NAMMYs, the 8th annual NAMMYs in Florida, in Hollywood, Florida. That'll be next week, June 8th. Then we'll be down in Indianapolis for the Isle of George Museum Indian Art Festival. Following that, we've got some dates coming up in South Dakota.
In July, we'll be at the Indigenous Games in Denver, Colorado. So we'll be doing over the 4th of July. We've been in Colorado Springs also doing a concert there, but we're looking forward to the Indigenous Games. That's going to be a first time for us.
Also the one in South Dakota. Tell them about that.
South Dakota, the one that's going to be in Brookings, South Dakota. That's our show, pretty good size in Brookings. And there's a good chance we'll be probably playing at Mount Rushmore. And there'll be more information on that on Arvel Bird's website.
Okay, and that's, what's the...
Also, we'll be in Omaha, Nebraska in September, the second weekend, for the Lewis and Clark celebration.
Okay, great.
That'll be in Velasquez's hometown, so that should be a good time.
And you're nominated for some NAMMYs this year, right?
That's right. I'm nominated for Best Instrumental and Best Group category. And so, whether I win or lose, the performance is the main thing for me this year.
Right, we'll look forward to seeing you there. I think they're doing a live webcast of that, too, so we'll make sure everybody gets to see you there. Anything else you want to say to our online visitors here?
I just want to say that I thank everybody that has taken the time to vote in the NAMMYs for their favorite music artists, and we appreciate them. And if it wasn't for them, I probably wouldn't have recorded the album that is nominated this year, which is Arvel Bird Live, because it was the fans that asked for a CD that had the stories on it that I tell when I do a live performance. So I thank them for that.
Oh, that's great. Well, we'll wish you the best of luck for that. And I think it is a kind of a unique award that they let the people vote for these NAMMYs. So I think if you win or get nominated, it's a real honor because it's not a panel of judges. It's the actual voters out there and the people that are listening that actually pick you. So congratulations and good luck, and we'll see you down the road. Thanks for being with us.
I appreciate it.
Are they asking any questions?
Thank you.
All right, appreciate it, guys. Yeah. Thanks.
Great job.
This is the chat room here, so these are all the people talking to her now.
Oh, really?
That have seen this live.
Yeah, they just saw it live.
Oh my God.
We'll also put it in. We do a podcast, which is I don't know if y'all are familiar with podcast. Okay.
Yeah,
So we'll put that in our podcast next week too.
When you do a podcast, what do you record it on?
Usually I just record it to my laptop.
Yeah.
Are y'all going to be at the NAMMYs?
No.
I heard y'all work.
We were supposed to. They wanted us to come down there and do this down there.
Do a live?
Yeah, but we don't leave here until Monday night, and I just can't take off work. This isn't my full-time job.
Oh, I got you.
So I can't take off work again next week to head out. I work for the state, so it's not a.
Oh, yeah.
But I only get so much leave, you know.
How do you plug into your laptop with a microphone?
Just on the sound card has external place for external mic.
That's all you use?
Yeah.
Really?
I recorded right into Adobe Audition.
Well, I have Soundforge and I have Cubase SX, and I never thought of using that technique to record straight into it.
Yeah, it's good for just voice. I don't know how good it would be for music. I've never tried that. All the podcasts so far, I've done phone interviews, so I recorded with using this from my end, and then we use Skype, which is that new internet service, to record their end. And it works really well.
So is this what it looks like on the web?
Yeah.
Pretty wild, huh?
That is wild. Pretty cool.
I don't know if you heard earlier, we had some guys in Baghdad sitting in their. They were watching it before they went off to do exercises today.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. It's been pretty amazing.
Broadcast all over the world.
Spain, Holland,
Wow.
so far, and Iraq, and Turkey.
That's fantastic. Man. That's a lot of coverage.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
So you get a lot of responses from the native people that are in the armed forces?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah. And we've got a lot of family members of dancers that are at home watching. Like we had one guy spotted his 2 sons in a dance competition, so we had him wave to the camera and say hey to Dad. And it's kind of neat.
Yeah, that's great. That's fantastic.
We even had, I thought this was kind of weird. You know, when you come to Pow Wows, you always meet up with friends, right?
Right.
Well, we had a mother who was in Canada get online and start chatting, and her daughter came online in North Carolina. So it was like the 2 of them were meeting at a powwow, but it was online. So that was kind of neat, you know?
That is. That's fantastic. That's great. Wow. That means you're out touching and helping a lot of people.
Yeah, it's kind of neat.
It is.
It's been really fun. In fact, when the guys from Baghdad were on, the MC got everybody in the place to yell and shout for them so they could hear us. So hopefully they'll be able to take that with them. And I know the guy that was chatting with us, he comes home in July, so maybe the prayers we sent up will help him and get him through the next couple of months.
Yeah, they want to know who was wearing a wig. We said, no, they're not wearing, I don't know who they're talking about. But somebody said Arvel plus Eagle equals one nation.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
We're going to put this out on our podcast next week also.
Okay.
You mind if I play a bit of his music to introduce this?
No. Do you have any of it?
No.
Okay. I'll bring you some.
Okay. Very cool.
Oh, thanks,
Awesome.
Mom.
Well, thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks. And we'll see y'all soon.